Welcome to what we now know as Zion National Park. I'm just taking a stroll around, talking to rangers today to get a sense of how sustainable this park is. Zion is located in Utah and was originally established as the Makuntuweap National Monument in 1909 in efforts to preserve the canyon. 10 years later, in 1919, it was expanded and re-established as Zion National Park. In the early 2000s, Zion became overwhelmed with tourists and decided action must be taken in order to preserve the park in the long run. Although the measures put in place to protect Zion have shown improvements to the park, work still must be done for the park to be able to handle the mass amounts of tourists it gets today.
Hi, welcome to Zion.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. So recently, Zion was nominated as one of the world's most sustainable tourism sites by a group of Lakehead students. One of the ways we've accomplished this amazing accolade is our plant biodiversity. Many of the centers in Zion, such as our visitor center, were designed with plants native to the area. This is the most environmentally friendly option for landscaping as they maintain biodiversity and conserve resources. Additionally, since they're native to Zion, they require little to no human interaction to thrive, which means less manpower for us.
Nice. That sounds amazing. Just one question, how do the park staff maintain these plants and ensure their quality?
Good question. The majority of the plants in the park are grown from seeds found directly here in the park. This ensures we won't have any plant identity theft.
That's a smart idea. How do you keep plants healthy and safe all year round?
We have a plant nursery and a greenhouse, which we house plants in year-round to ensure that they're ready for any and all seasons.
That's amazing. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today. Next up, we have the head ranger in charge of park irrigation. Thanks for joining us today.
I hear you want to learn about park irrigation, is that right?
You heard right. What is Zion currently doing to be as sustainable as possible when it comes to the large amounts of water needed to maintain the plants?
Great question. In areas of the park where irrigation is needed, we use filtered river water to reduce the amount of treated water that would be used. By using this, as well as the point source irrigation and scheduling, we minimize water loss due to evaporation.
Very cool. Have there been any new systems implemented recently?
Yeah, in 2013 we constructed a new river irrigation system that has many benefits. It is more efficient and requires less maintenance. This decision was made after consulting different environmental assessment tools and figuring out what would be the best for the park.
Quick question. I'm parched. Anywhere I can find some good drinking water?
Of course. We have water bottle refill stations at every building on the bus route, and they're easy to access.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time. Next up, we'll be talking to Rangina, who's going to tell us all about the Green Fleet Bicycle Project.
Whoa!
Oh, hi there, pal!
Sorry to zoom up on you like that. Let me just go park my bike.
Alrighty then. My name's Rangina. I heard you came here to talk to me about the Green Fleet Bicycle Program. It was initiated to encourage folks to use bikes to get around the park. Having more folks biking around instead of driving helps reduce our carbon and physical footprint. Also, biking creates less sound pollution and promotes healthy living and fresh air for our tourists.
That sounds like an amazing way for this initiative to happen. How has this project impacted the sustainability of the park so far?
Well, it's impacted the park in many ways. Riding bikes instead of driving cars in and around the park has reduced vehicle emissions, and the demand for parking has been a lot lower. Most importantly, the air quality and level of runoff in Zion has improved.
Wow, this project sounds like it's working out well for the preservation of Zion. Thank you for being part of the awesome team of rangers who help to keep the park healthy for future generations.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Thanks, Rangina. Next up, we'll be talking to Ranger Roris about climate-friendly parks. I heard Zion is now a climate-friendly park.
You heard right. Zion National Park is now a certified climate-friendly parks member through the National Park Service. This ensures the preservation of the land for generations to come.
Sounds great. Tell me, what does it mean to be a climate-friendly park?
I'm glad you asked. Our park staff participated in a climate-friendly parks workshop through the Environmental Protection Agency. Our greenhouse gas emissions were measured and evaluated, and then all staff and those involved with the park attended a workshop to address climate change issues and possible solutions. Our team then worked to create a comprehensive environmental management system This created our action plan towards sustainability, including educating visitors like yourself.
Wow, just wow. What else has Zion implemented?
Since joining in 2005, we've assigned an environmental management representative position as well as a designated team. So programs have been implemented to reduce fuel use and greenhouse gas emissions, another to reduce energy use, and a program designed to improve waste management systems.
That sounds great. It really does feel like Zion knows how to promote sustainability. Hi there, what a nice day it is. I have a few questions to ask you about the admission costs and shuttle services offered here in Zion. First, how much is an admission pass?
Yeah, so the admission pass for a vehicle is $25, and then we have varying rates for individuals.
Amazing. How do you find the admission prices affect the overall sustainability in Zion?
The admission rates help reduce the amount of car travel into the park and encourage folks to carpool or take the shuttle in. Having a cost to enter also helps reduce the amount of tourists that come into the park each day, which is better for the environment.
I've also heard about your shuttle services offered in the park. How does that work?
Zion closes a selection of roads to public vehicles during the height of tourist season and instead offers shuttle buses in and around the park. The shuttle provides access along the Zion-Canic Scenic Drive to areas including Emerald Pools, West Room Trail, Riverside Walk, and the Narrows. The shuttle service is a great sustainable option to reduce the amount of cars entering the park.
That sounds great. Thank you so much for your input. Next up, we'll be hearing from Ranger McRange about the sustainable camping options offered here in Zion. I'm here with Ranger McRange. Could you tell us a bit about how overnight camping functions here in Zion?
Sure. Here at Zion, we have strictly designated locations for guests wanting to stay the night. Both our front country campsites and Zion Lodge are available with reservations.
Nice. But why are people unable to camp all over the park?
Well, with so many visitors in the park, it can become damaging to the landscape and ecosystems in the area. By limiting the locations visitors can camp and lodge, it helps minimize these impacts.
Sounds very sustainable to me. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. Zion definitely deserves to be nominated as the most sustainable park in the world. I will leave it to the Lakehead students to analyze the findings of my research here today. Thanks for joining us.